two bits of things I'd like to talk about. Firstly, the Arana Nation officially and unequivocally endorses Doug Ford Jr., to be the next Ontario PC leader. That's it. The Arana Nation endorses officially. This is official. Y'all know I like Doug Ford. I've said it in many of my videos, but this is official because I want to make sure that this is clear. The Arana Nation is endorsing Doug Ford. I mean, I don't care who gets into that race. Christine Elliott's in there right now. Caroline Mulrooney's in there right now. Some guy I've never heard of is in there right now, Rod Phillips. I would still vote PC if they became leader. But Doug Ford is the only one I have faith in who will put Ontario back on top in Canada. Now, the second thing I'd like to talk about, and then I'm going to get into why I am so strong for Doug Ford and why I am a citizen of Ford Nation and why the Arana Nation will be teaming up with the Ford Nation to put Ontario back on top in Canada and take our province back from Kathleen Jezebel Calpithwaite Wynne. I'd like to say that there is a link on the comment section, and I urge all patriotic conservatives who are able to participate in the March 10th leadership election, Ontario PC leadership election, to click on that link. And that will take you to Doug Ford's official election website. Once you're there, there will be a button to click on to become a member of the Ontario PC Party for 1 year. That's the minimum amount of time someone can become a leader of the Ontario PC Party. And that's also the cheapest membership date you can get, which is $10. I don't ask much from my subscribers and viewers. You know that. I don't ask much from you guys. I really don't. The only thing I've ever asked is that you like my videos and you subscribe to my channel. That's all I've ever asked. Tonight, I am asking for a little extra. And this is for you. This isn't even for me. Yes, it's for me, but it's also for you. It really, really is. And it's actually more for you than it is for me because for those of you who know me intimately, I'm a dual citizen, Canadian and American. If things were to get so bad in this country and in this province, I have other options. But most of my subscribers and viewers don't. I am urging you to purchase a membership to become a PC Party member so that you can vote for Doug Ford in the upcoming leadership election. That's the only way you can vote for Doug Ford to become leader of our party. Once he's leader, then you can just vote for him for free against Kathleen Wynne and the NDP. But then this is what all parties do. This isn't a Doug Ford rule. This is a party rule. In order to vote for Doug Ford so that he can become leader of the party, you have to become a member of the Ontario PC Party. The cheapest price is $10. Once you're a member, you can vote on March 10th for Doug Ford to be leader of the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party! Hell yeah! And the reason I'm saying Doug Ford, as opposed to all the others. Now I know that there are some people who are either unsure or who might be leaning against Doug Ford, but I'm going to try and persuade you. And if I don't succeed, I still respect you. I respect all my subscribers and viewers, provided they're not trolls. Provided they're not trolls. Even if you're a liberal, if you're a socialist, you're a communist, hey, I respect you as long as you're not trolling me. But the reason I say Doug Ford is because if Doug Ford becomes the leader of the Ontario PC Party and the next premier, you will get that $10 back with investment. You'll get more. That $10 will be like cheap candy to you. You get that $10. You spend that $10 to become an Ontario PC member. And I urge you to do this right after this video is done. Go ahead and click on that link right after this video is done, because there's not a lot of time. The deadline to become a member of the PC party so that you can vote for Doug Ford on March 10th is in the middle of February. There is not that much time. Do it. Doug Ford has said he has come out strongly against the carbon tax. That's number one. Patrick Brown was leader of the Ontario PC party. He was all supporting the carbon tax. I was this close to making a video condemning Patrick Brown and the Ontario PC party. I mean, when he was leader of the party, the mere mention of the PC party made me want to spit. Just spit, maybe spit out blood. But now, I mean, we have a chance now. We've gotten rid of the cancer. Now we have to really get this party going. Doug Ford has come out against the carbon tax, and I believe everything he says, because Doug Ford and the Ford family are proven. They have a record of doing what they say they're going to do and being men of the people. They have a proven track record of that. So I believe him when he says, and he's come out strongly, he said the carbon tax is nasty. It's disgusting. And he said it in his rally just a few hours ago. So that's number one. So that'll bring a lot of jobs back. He's going to lower our taxes, just like his brother did in Toronto. Respect for the taxpayers. That was their mantra. So we're going to respect the taxpayers, lower the taxes, make our hydro bills more affordable. We're going to make Ontario affordable. Affordable. You hear that? Ford? Affordable. Ontario will become affordable again. So you pay that $10 to become an Ontario PC member by clicking on the link in the comments section and becoming a PC party member for 1 year and voting for Doug Ford on March 10th. You go get that $10 back when he's premier with interest. And I don't have faith in the other ones. I mean, look, let's take Christine Elliott, for example. Christine Elliott works for Kathleen Wynne right now. Christine Elliott is a part of Kathleen Wynne's government. She works for Kathleen Wynne. So how are you going to now run against Kathleen Wynne, but you're working for her? I can hear Kathleen Wynne right now, where she's going to have that smile on her face, showing her horse teeth, and she's going to say to Christine Elliott on the debate stage, well, Christine, you're saying all this negative stuff about me, but I'm your boss right now. You work for me. You chose to work for me. You're working for my government. So how can I trust somebody who's working for our opponent? How can I trust Christine Elliott? So she's automatically out. No. And people say, oh, well, she's the most likely to win. But the whole thing, the whole campaign, Kathleen Wynne is going to be saying to the people of Ontario, how can you trust Christine Elliott when she's working for me? She is my employee. She's working for me. Now, as for Caroline Mulroney, I've said this many times. She is Patrick Brown, only she's the female version of Patrick Brown. And we all know what Patrick Brown did. I mean, Patrick Brown stabbed conservatives in the back so hard the knife went through the other end. He said he was going to have a carbon tax in Ontario. He said that the radical sex education changes, which now say that children have to be taught that there are more than two genders, he's going to keep that. He shut social conservatives out of the party. He treated social conservatives with disdain like they were the plague. Caroline Mulroney, I feel she's going to be the same way. She's going to be the same way. I have that feeling. And you know why I have that feeling? All the people who like Patrick Brown and who were kissing Patrick Brown's ass, they've all of a sudden flocked to Caroline Mulroney. So you've got one person running who works for Kathleen Wynne, and you've got another person who is just like the disreputable mongrel leader that we just got rid of. And then you got someone else who we've never heard of. I mean, so Doug Ford is the only one. And Really? You could put anyone in there? The Arana Nation is endorsing Doug Ford. That's final. No one else can get the Arana Nation's endorsement right now. No one. No one. Not now, not ever. It's Doug Ford that the Arana Nation. So, once again, I am urging all of my subscribers and viewers, I'm urging you, if you are a conservative, if you have conservative values, if you love what I have said throughout the years, then you are going to, let's put it this way. If you would want Michael Arana as Premier of Ontario, then I suggest you click on the link at the comment section, pay the $10 to become an Ontario PC member, and vote for Doug Ford on March 10th to become leader of the Ontario PC Party so that you can vote for him in April in the general election against Kathleen Wynne. This is the Arana Nation, which has officially endorsed Doug Ford Jr. That's it. I am a citizen of Ford Nation, and the Arana Nation and the Ford Nation will be teaming up to put Ontario back on top. None of the other people in that race, Christine Elliott, Caroline Mulrooney, Rod Phillips, you pay that $10, I mean, if they come back, you won't get nearly as much of the investment back. And when I say investment, I mean you get back $10 and more back than you would with Doug Ford. Doug Ford is going to bring our jobs back. He's going to lower our hydro bills. And I know he's going to do this. He has a track record of doing these things in Toronto. And his brother too. Respect for the taxpayer. You ask anyone in Scarborough. You ask anybody in Etobicoke. And they'll say the same thing. And and the Fords have a proven track record. If you live in Northern Ontario, rural Ontario, and any part of Ontario where people feel forgotten, Doug Ford is the person for you because the Fords have a track record of looking out for the forgotten people who feel that they're ostracized, they're ignored, nobody listens to them. Just like in Toronto when people weren't listening to the folks in Scarborough and Etobicoke, it's the same thing. The conservative who's living in Sudbury, Windsor, rural Ontario, go on and vote for Doug Ford because that's the person who will look out for you. They will look out for the forgotten men and the forgotten women in this province, just like they did in Toronto. And finally, if I hear somebody say I'm not voting Doug Ford because he's a Torontonian, I will choke you. I'll choke the stupidity out of you. Donald Trump is from New York. You see him looking out just for people in New York? No! So don't give me that shit! This is the Arana Nation, which has endorsed Doug Ford.